Alright, so this is my demo day 1 presentation for Shop ReRooted. Before we get to the solution, which is my online thrift shop, I want to run through the problem. I started this process out with problem validation research as well as market validation. Through this research, I believe that the problem can be broken down simply into the following 3 points. First of all, the fashion industry is extraordinarily wasteful. According to the ThredUp 2020 resale report, 64% of the 32 billion garments produced each year end up in a landfill, and 208 million pounds of waste are produced by single-use outfits in 2019. My next point is that Gen Z may say that they support sustainability, but they don't always shop that way. This insight comes from a 53-page report on consumer behavior in relation to sustainability from the Amsterdam Fashion Institute. While Gen Z finds sustainability important in their fashion decisions, it's noticeable that factors like style, price, quality, and comfort still dominate their motivations for their decision-making. ReRooted product selection and price point is heavily influenced by this insight. Finally, resale is the future of fashion. The same ThredUp report said that secondhand fashion is expected to double in market share in the next 10 years, and ESG assets, which are responsible for managing money in accordance to the environmental, social, and governance factors, will grow from 11% in 2012 to 50% in 2025. So the solution is Shop ReRooted, which is more than just another sketchy Instagram store selling trendy clothing. This shop stemmed from my love of thrifting and sustainable fashion. I believe that the coolest clothes are bought secondhand, and my mission with this shop is for others to believe that too. I think that thrifting is something that is overwhelming, and because of that, people resort to fast fashion as an easy cop-out option for cool and trendy clothes at affordable prices. It's often something that people just don't get around to. This page is a place that provides trendy clothing at affordable price points that are sustainably sourced. As validation by my research that I presented in the previous slide, ReRooted offers this solution. So in order to present my deliverables, I kind of wanted to walk through my timeline and my plan for what I plan to create this semester. So I first did the research and test phase, and I will be talking about the results of that in the upcoming slides. I'm currently in the build phase. I built out the ReRooted brand guide. I am currently working on the website build. And I plan to for sure develop an influencer marketing program and select influencers, as that's what I feel like will be most beneficial to me personally within my portfolio. And then depending on the time that it takes to build the website, I also plan to develop a ReRooted style guide mock-up. This is something that I would love to do as a facet of the website if people sign up for the email newsletter. Finally, November 17th will be launch day for everything that I accomplished this semester. So to give a research update, I kind of want to talk through what I've done and what I learned. So for my competitive landscape, I did a comparison to 8 direct competitors. I also did a comparison to several indirect competitors, but through my comparison to the 8 direct competitors, I kind of got to see where ReRooted lands amongst them. I would say that my biggest learning here was that the things that I am building out are going to help benefit me to stand out amongst my direct competitors within the kind of Instagram-based with a website, sustainable, trendy clothing world. So all those things that I kind of just talked through in my timeline are things that were informed by this competitive landscape analysis. I then moved on to surveying, and I surveyed over 25 individuals who have seen ReRooted grow from the beginning, and I really feel like they have a good grasp for the brand. And they, through this survey, are informing my decisions with the rebrand. So some key takeaways here is that from a list of nearly 100 adjectives, nearly every person chose authentic as a brand attribute for ReRooted, which is great to know moving forward. Additionally, high-scoring words were unique, sustainable, passionate, chic, quality, bright, trendy, grounded, and fresh. The colors that were selected the most as a color to represent ReRooted would be pink and green, and so that kind of informed my color scheme. And then I also got some insight into trends that they would like to see from ReRooted in the upcoming season. Finally, I did some empathy interviews. I did one with my sister and one with my best friend, and these two have seen ReRooted from the beginning, and even from me just concepting it and really understand the brand, and this helped to further inform the brand story that I want to be telling on the website for ReRooted, and then also the deeper motivations of what shopping sustainability or shopping sustainably can truly entail for someone. Now I'm just going to walk through the branding process and what I've done for this rebrand. So I started out with this mood board that definitely was very inspired by the results of my survey, and then this has informed all of the rebranding that I've done. So these are some of my initial logo iterations. I really loved this bold and italic kind of clean font, just kind of giving this elevated vibe to ReRooted beyond just being plant and fresh themed, I guess, getting a little further. So this is the final logo that I landed on. I really love both of these different iterations, and I plan to use them throughout the website. And I'm really looking forward to that. This is the color palette that was informed by the pinks and greens kind of response that I got from my survey. And then these are the Instagram icons. The one to the left is currently on the ReRooted page, and it's definitely my favorite. I feel like this really encapsulates the rebrand well. Where I am now is that I've started doing my research for website building and kind of everything that entails as an online kind of e-commerce platform. So this week I've really been focusing on kind of tax laws and developing this as an actual business and what I need to do and steps I need to take. I've also been looking at different platforms such as Shopify, Wix, and Squarespace and kind of looking at the pros and cons of each as I move towards a decision. And I will be continuing to work on the website until October 28th, and then I will move on to my next steps. This is the point in the presentation where I would ask if you had any questions. I know I'll be posting this, so if you have any questions that you want to comment on the discussion forum, that would be awesome. And I really look forward to getting your feedback soon.